Good afternoon, Saitlanders. How are you? We hope that you are well. On this Thursday afternoon, the 1st of December 2022, as you know, I've been promising you guys a follow-up video to the Janusz Walusz one, in which I compare the misconception of what happened in the affair of the assassination of Chris Hani to the misperception, of the of what happened in the World Trade Center attack on the 11th of September 2001. But I'm doing very serious research on that, and I've uncovered some things that I didn't know, and so I'm going to ask for another day or two. I'd really like to understand one or two things better, because the incrimination of the party that really executed the attack is far worse than I ever knew that it was. Anyway, Ramaphosa, the great buffalo, he of 1,000 buffalo maidens, he of 1,000 gored buffalo bulls lying, bleeding and stomped on the floor, is wounded. There's high drama going on. Vessel skipper. I'm looking at WhatsApp, and on the one group, or on two groups rather, we've got a whole lot of conversation about this Ramaphosa thing, and I'm going to open from there because it's all neatly arranged for me, just to click on and then read the stuff to you. And as I opened the group that Vessel Skippers is on, I saw that he posted something funny. Oh dear me, man, this is a fiasco. Listen to this lot. About 12 hours ago, so early this morning, it was revealed that there was a likelihood. Where is this? I can't find it. Anyway, that there was some, that the Ramaphosa Pala Section 89 committee investigation was not going all that well. Then about 2 hours ago, the time now is, it's just gone 5 o'clock. At about 3-ish this afternoon, perhaps between 2 and 3, rumors began to emerge that, you must excuse me, the tooth and the tongue thing is not funny. Rumors began to emerge that he was not on the front foot. Then rumors began to emerge that not only was he not on the front foot, he was on the back foot, he was on the defensive. But he was saying, hey, I'm quite happy to resign. Of course, the reason given was the stability of the country, the protection of our democracy, the Rainbow Nation, Simunye, we are one. When in fact, the more probable reason or reasons was or were that he is, if this scandal runs its course through the parliamentary legal system and he's eventually impeached, that he's going to take a hiding. Now, I want this video to be brief because I want to put it up quickly. I have something else to do. I may come back and make another video. But very briefly, what's happened is that a section 89 of the Constitution provides for legal procedures pertaining to government misconduct, that sort of thing. I'm speaking loosely. I don't have the definition in front of me. So, in terms of that, a Section 89 committee was convened to interrogate, if that's the right word, the Phala affair. And the report, the finding, was written by former Chief Justice Sandile Ngobo. And there is some consensus of opinion that it's not a brilliant finding, but that no court in the land is going to challenge a finding by a former Chief Justice, that it would be bad form. And that is a tradition in the judicial system. It was in the days of the old South Africa too. It was very seldom, if ever, that a junior magistrate or judge, junior in terms of age, experience, qualification, or seniority in position in the hierarchy, would ever do anything to undermine the prestige or the status or the office, if you like, of a more senior person. So they reckon he's on his last legs. He doesn't stand a chance, that he's going to resign in the next, one report said, couple of hours, which is now expired. Not to split hairs, but it certainly wasn't a couple of hours. Then they said few hours. Maybe any minute now we'll get a report saying several hours. Who knows? But there is a report claiming that he is going to address the nation. Televised address, that's tonight, by the way. So let's see what happens, or whether that's nonsense, or not nonsense, but erroneous. In which case, we won't have a president. You know, if he addresses us and says, I'm resigning, he's unlikely to address us if he doesn't resign. Oh, my dogs are going berserk at the meter reader. If he does address us to say he's resigning, with immediate effect, that's the thing, because the ANC's elective conference is in 2 weeks' time. And as you know, the way that it works is that whoever the ANC elects becomes the president. They occupy that seat. That's why it was halfway through Thabo Mbeki's term, when he lost the election for the presidency of the ANC at the 52nd elective conference in December of 2007, lost it to Jacob Zuma, that he was immediately recalled by the ANC from the presidency. But there wasn't then an opportunity for, kind of the next day for Jacob Zuma to take over. So Thabo Mbeki had to resign. He was under huge pressure. And Kgalema Motlanthe then kind of, he took over as the interim, or the caretaker, if you like, president. And then Jacob Zuma took over. So what we would have is David Mabuza as our president, at least until the ANC elections determine who shall be deployed by the African National Congress as its president to the presidency of the Republic of South Africa. And it could be David Mabuza. He might win that election. He might be our president for the next however long. It's highly unlikely. He doesn't have the support. However, that is the theoretical possibility. But at the very least, he would be the president until These guys are saying that the ANC is going to call a special sitting of Parliament at the end of the year. What? New Year's Eve? Boxing Day? Come on. That's what they say. The ANC has said that Cyril Ramaphosa, his sources, a number of sources, and by the sounds of things they are many and senior, has said that Cyril's going to resign tonight. He's going to be recalled. He's going to resign as president of the country. He doesn't have to be recalled because he's resigning tonight, allegedly. David Mabuza will then be the president for the next month, roughly. That's assuming that this is all effective immediately. Only if it's effective immediately. He will be the president for a month. Then the elections will happen in the middle of December, the ANC elective conference. I think it's the 55th in their history because it happens every 5 years. But that would make them 250 years old. I'm getting something wrong somewhere. Anyway. And that person would then be sworn in after 1 month of David Mabuza being in charge at the end of December. Doesn't sound right to me. I mean, honestly, if I was a parliamentarian for the ACDP or whomsoever, I'd tell them to take a flying leap. I'm not coming back from holiday because you're a bunch of anarchists. Anyway, guys, I'm going to publish this video quickly and maybe do a follow-up, but I must go somewhere very urgently, very importantly. Thanks very much for watching. We'll keep you informed. And we'll do that other video as soon as. Thanks. Bye-bye.